Sup guys, Overdov here. If I told you that Binance and CZ are being sued, you'll probably say I've already seen that several days ago. But actually we got a brand new lawsuit against Binance, CZ and 3 influencers, and it's a class action suit. I don't have the original complaint filing, unfortunately. The story was first reported by Fortune and then printed by Yahoo Finance, and I'm gonna take that as a primary source of the information. So let's dive into that and debunk this. Late on March 31st, Moskowitz law firm and Boyce Schiller Flexner filed a class action suit that targets Binance, its founder Changpeng Zhao, also known as CZ, and 3 influencers. Those are basketball star Jimmy Butler and also 2 YouTubers, Ben Armstrong, known as Bitboy Crypto, and Stephan. The plaintiffs are 2 Florida residents and person from California, all of whom lost money trading coins promoted by Binance and the influencers. However, the complaint estimates that the people eligible for damages could number in the millions. So let's just go back a little bit to the cases of Voyager and the FTX. Same law firms previously teamed up to bring a class action against Voyager, which subsequently went bankrupt, and 2 suits tied to the failure of the FTX. And the first of the latter targeted celebrities who served as the exchange's high-paid brand ambassadors, a roster that included comedian Larry David, basketballers Shaquille O'Neal and Steph Curry, and football legend Tom Brady. So it's not the first time suing the influencers. In mid-March, Moskowitz Law and Boyce Schiller sued 8 compensated influencers for promoting FTT, that was a native token of the FTX. That suit alleges that the influencers are liable for customers' losses on the collapsed coin because it's qualified as an unregistered security. And their new action against Binance rests on same assertions that the exchange was trading cryptocurrencies and they are in reality unregistered securities, and then the influencers were promoting those, therefore promoting unregistered securities. So here we can already sort of separate the case into like 2 parts. The first part is that Binance and CZ offered an unregistered securities, and the second part is about influencers. Because if the first part fails, if those will not be deemed by judge to be unregistered security, then the second part is kind of goes away automatically, pretty much. And also one thing that is kind of weird to me. They are seeking in excess of 1 billion in damages, which is kind of like they have 3 plaintiffs, and again we don't know how much those plaintiffs lost in reality. Maybe that's actually in the complaint itself, but it's not outlined here. And the complaint states that under relevant state security laws, anyone who purchases unregistered securities is entitled to damages equal to all losses they suffered. And also that the defendants have no obligation to prove that they were deceived or even swayed by the social media posts or ads that touted the coins, only that they saw them. So by that logic, consider this. Somebody launches a coin, for example. Let's take the crypto example here, right? They launch a coin and they do like a promotion or advertisement. And people see this advertisement, and not based on that, they just saw it just exists, but they go and they trade this token, doesn't matter where, and they lose the money, or they try to invest in token or trade this token, doesn't matter, and they lose the money. By this logic, they automatically become eligible for their losses to be reimbursed. Like, this is just crazy to me. But it gets even crazier than this. The suit goes much further, citing the CFTC charges that Binance marketed secretly and heavily to customers all over the US. And we already covered that in the previous video about the suit. But in general, a lot of complaints of the CFTC goes back to pre-KYC era, where there was no KYC. So it was nearly impossible to actually detect what is the country of the user. They would just use VPN and you have no idea where they're from. But continuing citation here. so that all people residing stateside who suffered losses are eligible for damages. And it also goes even further and includes a global class that encompasses all persons and entities residing outside the US. This is just nuts. I mean, this is completely nuts. You're gonna tie together the fact, like, what CFTC is basically saying, that Binance actually provides services to US customers. And that's why, like, pretty much everybody who lives in the US and who suffered losses of some kind that can be theoretically tied to Binance, they're now eligible for damages. Like, what? What is this logic? And it also uncleared what exact tokens the plaintiffs were trading and allegedly lost money on. Because the complaint signs Binance token and makes the case that CZ, quoting them again, this is crazy, CZ burns or eliminates BNB, reducing the supply in an effort to boost its price, an action that brands BNB as a security. This is also like insane, because we have the predetermined mechanism of burning the BNB from like transactions, and everybody can check that. And also the statement that CZ burns, like what CZ has to do with the BNB token, like it's so funny that like in my mind I have this picture that like CZ is standing there with a canister of gas just like setting BNBs on fire. That's insane. So that's for unregistered securities part. What about influencers? In the comment of Fortune, Moskowitz told, and I quote, "The statute clearly states that if an influencer is promoting an unregistered security and has a financial interest in doing so, the influencer may be liable to everyone who bought the assets." And they also cite in Binance affiliate program and basically saying that Binance affiliates receive rebates on the trade for the investors they recruit through their referral links to buy and sell coins on the Binance platform. Hence, Armstrong and Stephan were allegedly getting paid for illegally promoting unregistered securities via the affiliate kickbacks. And also the firm says that they will add a number of influencers to the suit in the future filings. Again, by that logic, you can basically say that everybody who took part in the Binance affiliate program as a referrer is now liable. And also, to wrap this up, by this logic, if you can label any coin as security, this means that you can take pretty much any influencer that makes a content on YouTube who said one good word about this coin and make them liable for all the losses that people suffered from trading this coin or derivative of this coin, or if this coin was somehow connected to any exchanges. Like, where does it stop? And if you're saying that basically everybody in the US who suffered losses can potentially be eligible for that, why you only bring 3 plaintiffs? You couldn't find other plaintiffs? And especially if you're looking for 1 billion, why not 1 trillion? For 3 plaintiffs and yourself? Yeah, anyways, a lot of ridiculous stuff here, honestly. I mean, it's ridiculous from my subjective points of view. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything here. I will link the article on Yahoo Finance in description if you want to check it yourself. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.